Girls with Aldi Books, happy Friday. I'm going to try to sneak in a Friday reads before school because I'm having a good hair day, and by the time I get home from school, I won't be. So anyway, I'm looking here, pretty good reading week. So I finished, where's my little book? Here it is. Oh, I finished a couple books that I won't be able to talk about. One of them was The Next Faber Stories with Sean the Book Maniac, and just finished our wrap up of that, so that'll be coming soon. And I also finished my last book for the BookTube Prize, which I also can't talk about just yet, but next week. I'm very excited to see the results of that. I also finished my very first C.J. Sampson, the Shard Lake series, and so hooked. I'm reading this with the Kates. I think Mel coined that phrase and I love it. So I read this with Kate Howe and Kate from Novel Nomad, and we all thoroughly enjoyed this romp through Tudor England. This is set in a monastery, and it's a mystery, a whodunit, and it's just so intriguing and mesmerizing, and we will all three definitely be picking up the second in the series and reading it very soon. If you're like me and you like mysteries once in a while, but need a little more than just the mystery to keep you going, this is a great one. The history in this is just spot on. It's with the Reformation and the corruption in the Catholic Church, and also the Protestant movement. So he's looking at the corruption on both sides with Henry VIII, and you know, if I got any of that history wrong, pardon me, but yeah, loved it so much. Highly recommend. And then I DNF'd a book. I DNF'd The Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. I have been reading the Shadowhunters series for years. A coworker introduced me to them quite a while ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I really enjoyed the first 3 in the series, and then she made another trilogy based on the same characters, and it got old, but I continued reading it because I liked the characters. And then I picked up the first in this new trilogy. This is the same world, but a spin-off of the characters. So I enjoyed the first book, but the thing that gets on my nerves with Cassandra Clare is she uses the romances. So these are like urban fantasy, but she uses the romance to drive the plot, you know, keeping the lovers apart. And that's okay for one book, but it's not okay for 3. And when they're this big, it's really not okay for 3. And it just gets so boring. And she added way too many character stories in here. So the plot points were, I mean, just make some different worlds, you know? Okay, and then last night I finished Larry McMurtry's Lonesome Dove, or yesterday afternoon actually. This was so good. I was really shocked. I don't know why I was shocked, because like Ange and Heidi both loved it, and I tend to enjoy what they enjoy. But I don't know, just the oh, it's a Western, it kind of threw me, but maybe I'm spoiled because my mom watched a lot of Westerns, and I got tired of Gene Autry. I know, but this was great. I laughed. I think I read the Blue Pigs, the Blue Shoats, in one of my reading vlogs, but I just thought the characters were great. The setting was great. The story was great. It was thoroughly enjoyable for me from beginning to end, except the end. I was really sad, but he did not stick the landing for me at all. I would have rather just not read the last couple chapters and imagined my own ending, unfortunately. I just felt like there's a lot of loss in here of characters that you really come to love. And I wanted some payout for that at the end. And I felt like the characters that were left, he just didn't have any development with them. They were the same from beginning to end. So that made me sad. It really did. Then I finished last night Forget Me Not by Ellie Terry. This is a middle grades written in verse about a girl with Tourette's syndrome, and the author herself was diagnosed with Tourette's as an adult, but she's written this about a 7th grade girl, and it was just delightful. I really enjoyed it. I felt such sympathy for the characters, and they really progressed in the story. There was character development in this one, a lot of it, and I thought the author handled both sides of the story so well. So the girl with the Tourette side and the new friends, and how they struggle to deal with it and how they come around to that in the end. I thought it was really nicely written and thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, hopefully I will finish this one this weekend, David McCullough's The Path Between the Seas. This is the building of the Panama Canal. This is my first David McCullough, and I'm really enjoying reading it with Heidi from My Reading Life and Patrice. And yeah, we like these kind of histories where it looks at so much of the story in such depth, and very interesting story, and focusing in on this one thing that was really pivotal in the life of the United States, really brings that time in history to life. So yes, definitely enjoying and appreciating that one. I am still not far into The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This is set again, I think in the 50s, but the 1950s this time. And it's about a mysterious book and a mysterious author, and I'm not sure what I think about it. The jury, the one-man jury, the one-woman jury is still out on this one, but I think I will start racing through it now that I have finished Lonesome Dove, except for I've got some more buddy reads on the horizon. I am finally going to get to Searcy by Madeline Miller. Yes, I'm going to start this one today with Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading. I am not going to read all of the Women's Prize long list, but Dee Dee is. So if you are not following Brown Girl Reading, you should. She's putting out, either on Instagram or on BookTube, she's putting out some reviews on all of the long listed books. And I'm also starting The Songs of Trees by David George Haskell. Heidi and I are going to read this one, and we read The Forest Unseen last year and really loved it. He was runner-up for the Pulitzer for nonfiction with that one, I believe. So yes, definitely looking forward to this. And now I gotta go to work. So thanks so much for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.